It's an unusual day for me because today I get to present my own vehicle. This is a car that I bought for myself. It's been a wonderful, wonderful vehicle, and I am an enormous Audi R8 fan. It is my fourth Audi R8 in total. I've loved every single generation of the car, and it was always a car I needed to tick off, and I have done it now, and I am just as enthused and just as excited about these cars now as I was the day the first generation was launched back in 2007. So what we have in front of us is a 2017 on a 67 registration Audi R8 V10 Plus. There were a few absolute necessities that I wanted when I ordered, when I was looking for one of these, and that was first and foremost Aura Blue. Aura Blue Metallic for me is the signature color of this generation of Audi R8. It was for me the most popular but also the best looking color for this car. And also a really nice feature that this car has, and it was a cost option, it was about £600, is the full black exterior pack, which I think, again, it just breaks up all the color on the car. It's such an outstanding color that it doesn't need shiny chrome and things like that to take away from it. So the black pack for me actually really complements the Aura Blue. That includes the black Audi famous 4-ring badge on the bonnet there, all the grills, the side grills, they're all finished in gloss black, the window surrounds, and obviously those amazing multi-spoke V10 Plus alloy wheels as well. They're a really beautiful wheel, and we'll look at those in more detail in a second. The car has covered 22,400 miles. It's a full Audi main dealer service history, so everything that you'd be looking for in one of these, I made sure I checked. And it's just, as I say, what a stunning looking machine. And these are, for me, the best value supercar that money can buy in the world at this minute in time. You know, it's a huge amount of performance, 610 horsepower from that. Oh, the only word to explain the V10 in this car is iconic, from that iconic high revving V10 in the back of this car. All-wheel drive system, amazing Audi build quality, supreme comfort if you do want to use it for a long drive, and just amazing features. You know, it is a high level supercar for, in my view right now, excellent value for money. So we'll get into it, we'll get round it, we'll start looking around the car. So starting at the front end, obviously I mentioned those amazing gloss black pack sections on the Aura Blue. You've got the lovely LED headlights. This car has got not adaptive headlights, it's got adaptive high beam assist headlights. So obviously when they see a car coming, they drop the full beam. When a car is gone past you, they lift the full beam again, so a very nice feature. And then being the V10 Plus, it has got the full carbon fiber package. So that is this front lower splitter section finished in carbon fiber. You've obviously got carbon fiber all over the car. Again, I'm almost a child when it comes to carbon fiber. I think it's the coolest material ever made. So exposed carbon fiber mirrors, side blades, rear wing, rear diffuser, will show you it all. Coming down the passenger side front corner of the car, as I said to you earlier, those big multi-spoke alloy wheels finished in gloss black, and being the V10 Plus, just those motorsport derived carbon ceramic discs. So the brakes in this car are just phenomenal. The big Audi carbon ceramic calipers on the back there, they're finished in grey, the carbon ceramic disc option calipers. Just an amazing looking wheel. Something that I did when the car arrived is it needed 2 rear tyres, and the fronts were about half worn. As just a rule of thumb, because it was my own car and I wanted to make sure it was perfect, the car had 4 brand new Pirelli P0 AO Audi rated tyres fitted to it when I got the car. So the tyres are nearly new. The little black pack continues with that little detail there, the V10 badge on the front of the front clamshell, because that actually isn't the wing. Something really impressive is the bonnet is so big that actually this is not the wing, it's sitting on the back corner of the front clamshell, but a really cool little feature there. Big carbon mirror caps, as you can see, and then that sculpted door panel. It's a huge indent on the door and a big air intake behind the door there for the radiators to cool that massive engine at the back of the car. And another feature that I really liked that carried over from the first model, a slight inconvenience, but I'm sure Audi engineers knew it was an inconvenience and carried it over anyway because it was character. So the door actually finishes about here. But Audi thought, we'll just carry the door on to this, for this large section here, which is a little tricky when you're getting in and out of it in car parks. But as I say, part of the first generation car, carried over to the second car. It's a really characterful door. It's almost, that is the Audi R8 door. It means a lot to me, all the design features being carried over, because I've had every generation of R8 so far. As you jump into that interior, some more features that you're going to jump upon as you go through it, but one of the big features for me are the performance seats. There are half electric seats, so they raise and lower electrically, but they're the performance style seats, so the slightly more, slightly more holding seat. They hold you in the seat a bit better, the slightly more grippy seat, if that makes sense. But a really, really comfortable place to be. A very, very nice seat indeed. Other performance seats in other manufacturers are actually very stiff and very hard and not comfortable at all. These are not that way. Bang & Olufsen stereo there, and a huge amount more carbon fibre on the inside. This car actually has the matte finished carbon fibre, not the gloss finished carbon fibre inside. Again, I don't believe there was a cost difference between the two. It was more of a preference. I think it looks beautiful as a matte finish. I think it's actually a nice contrast to the gloss finish on the outside of the car. And then as we come down the passenger side, just keeping an eye on those incredible lines. I think it's a design that still looks every bit as special today as it did when it was launched. And every time I actually think about it, you don't pass many on the road ever. It's actually a very rare supercar in terms of the amount you see out in the wild. And every time you do pass one, they still, for me, look as special as they did the day they were launched. That massive V10 Plus carbon rear wing, a really cool feature. And then obviously, you get that amazing view into the back of the car there. Obviously, it's mid-engined, but that V10 engine that Audi have been running, and it's obviously this very much the same V10 engine that sits in the back of the Lamborghini Huracan as well. 610 horsepower. And what's really nice is that engine bay lights up. So at night when you've got the lights on, there's two little sort of floodlights that light that engine bay up. So if you get out of your car at the petrol station or anything like that and you park it, you can see those plenum chambers on the top of your V10, even at the dark of night. Now, the gloss black theme continues. The gloss black exhaust tips there, and obviously all of these lower back black grills at the back here. And if you actually look through a really nice feature, you can see the back of the exhaust manifold section and the exhaust piping coming down there, and even the little actuator for the sports exhaust, which leads me very nicely because this car is fitted with the sports exhaust. You can see that through this exposed grille at the back, which is really, really cool. And then a massive carbon fibre diffuser. It's huge. It goes really far into the body of the car. So it obviously is having a large aerodynamic effect. It is not there for show. That is a piece of mechanical, purpose at the back of the car there. And this car is fitted with the reverse camera as well, which you can see just on the back of the tail there. Coming around the driver's side, a really nice feature as well, because in this generation they got rid of the single side blade and they split it in two. But what I thought was quite nice is this whole fuel filler cap. That's not plastic, it's metal. And it's a really simple filler cap as well. You just open it. No screw to take off, no cap there. It's sealed almost like a race car, which I think is really, really special. And a very, very nice touch. And I keep coming back to it. They are so beautifully put together. It's so well made. Another lovely feature, which is a little bit tough to see, but if you just have a look under here, there's a little square on the door handle there. And if you have a look, that is the car's got keyless comfort access, which is a very nice feature indeed. Not many of them actually have that. It's a nice option. So despite it being a V10 Plus and despite a lot of this stuff coming as standard, this car has lots and lots of little features on top of that that just made it a bit more special, caught my eye, made me want to buy it even more. Jumping in, they keep coming at you. Full leather door card, which is beautiful. The aircon vents, which join up from the dash and sit actually in the door in this sort of concave section here. Again, it's all angular, it's all features, it's all special, it's all very supercar. Your Bang & Olufsen stereo here, but that also has a secondary role as your ambient lighting in the car. So at night time, there's lights in the top of the stereo here. They're really bright. They light up the footwells of the car really nicely. Automatic, heated and folding door mirrors. Obviously all electric windows. And then as all supercars, come together, the best place to be is in the driving seat and how it makes you feel. So If I turn this on and we listen to that incredible V10 come to life, it puts the hairs on the back of your neck, you know, up. It's just an amazing engine. This R8 multifunction steering wheel is also a really special place to be. It's a really special thing to sort of interact with. Again, like other RS models and R8, the R8 is no different. Fully perforated leather, a sports exhaust switchable button on the steering wheel, so you can hear that turn on. Pretty awesome. You've got all your drive select modes on this button here, so you can run through all of the drive select modes, comfort, auto, dynamic, individual as well, so you can adjust everything. And then you have a race mode down here, which, as you can see, performance for dry, stabilized controls, that can all be adjusted as well, so you can go from dry to wet and then snow. But to be perfectly honest, I think it's fair to say that not many people are talented enough drivers to take this on in race mode in the snow. But obviously, the car, most of the time you live in auto, it poodles around. It's a wonderful car to drive, even slowly. It still feels just as special. The Audi virtual cockpit is still incredible. You know, I've said it on other RS model cars. You know, Audi pioneered the virtual cockpit for me, and I still think it is a really cool system. This car has Apple CarPlay, which again is a lovely option. So if I go into the menu and we come all the way around to here, you'll see it says Audi smartphone. A lot of them don't have that fitted, so it's a really nice option that this car has fitted to it with the Apple CarPlay system. And then obviously you've got all the controls here. This is very adjustable, so I can go to a single dial, and then if I bring the if I go back to single dial, and if I bring this across to the navigation, you can see I can have my map there, my rev counter there, and my date and everything there. And if I change the view, you get the full map screen just like that. So it's a really wonderful system, a really wonderful layout, easy to use. Then you've got these floating dials in the middle for the climate control. And I think I remember when Chris Harris first drove this car and reviewed it, he kept going back to how next gen this all looked. And it still looks futuristic, even, you know, 5 years down the line. They're all sort of floating. You adjust the auto buttons on the inside, you adjust all the temperature through there. Heated seats for driver and passenger, and all your controls down here. A really simple gear stick, you know, just D, N and reverse, nothing too complicated. Everything is about the driving experience in this car. And being a bit modern, it does obviously have auto start stop and things like that. The beautiful matte carbon fiber runs down the center gear tunnel, around all of the controls, so around the aircon vents, around the driver's binnacle here on the dashboard. It's just everywhere. There's carbon fiber absolutely everywhere. This car has also got cruise control, which again might be a little bit difficult to see. That's down here, a really nice feature. Your automatic headlights are obviously all on over there. It's just loaded with things to, you know, to keep you occupied when you're driving it. But the main thing that you want to be doing is just enjoying this cockpit, enjoying this situation. One final note that I've picked up that Audi have been true to through every generation of R8 is that this car does not feel cramped, it does not feel small. It is a V10 610 brake horsepower, 610 PS supercar that you get in, you can drive every day, you can be comfortable in it, and you feel spacious in this cabin. This cabin does not make you feel claustrophobic. It's big, it's open, the dashboard is open and long, you've got loads of visibility, it's really easy to drive. It's just a phenomenal car, a wonderful machine. And I'll just jump out, very quickly summarize. It's a 2017 on a 67 registration, Audi R8 V10 Plus with all the bits you would ever want on one. It's done 22,400 miles with a full Audi main dealer service history. It's finished, in my view, in the most outstanding color of Ara Blue Metallic with that full black pack, and just a completely unique looking vehicle that you won't see that often on the road. My name's Matthew. Thank you very much for watching. I hope the video helped.